All right, guys. So, welcome to the live stream for today. And today we're going to do some kind of recap. And today we're going to do some kind of recap. We're going to do some kind of recap from the last 2 days. And the reason is because I just discovered that my audio has been very, very low. And I've been streaming like that for 2 days. So I have no choice but to recap what we have been learning for the past 2 days. So if you are joining right now, or if you are watching this video after this live stream, you are in luck because it's going to be a wonderful experience. Like, it's going to be um, an awesome live stream today. So, but however, I'm not going to take too much of our time today because I also work the same way you work. I also work. I go to my 9 to 5 job and I come in, at night to do this live stream. So all right, so let's proceed. All right, so we started from, if you're on the live stream, please confirm that you can hear me, because that was how I recorded for like 2 days and people were not hearing me. And also, if you are coming to the live stream and you are dropping, please don't do that. Don't do that, because it usually add to my average watch time. So my average watch time is going to reduce drastically because you kept coming and going like that. So please, if you join, please stay for at least 15 minutes before you leave, if you have to leave. If you are joining this chat right now, please say hi on the chat. If you're on the live stream, please say hi so that I will know exactly who is joining and who is not. I don't know why YouTube doesn't show the users that are joining. All right, so let's proceed. So for the past 2 days, we talked about candlesticks and how to identify different type of candlestick. How to identify different type of candlestick. So I broke all candlesticks into 8. So the idea is that you're not supposed to memorize these candlesticks. You are supposed to just understand the psychology behind any one of those candlesticks based on their shape. So based on their shape, you should be able to identify the kind of candlestick that they are. Okay, so if you can still hear me, let's proceed. So we have different type of candlestick and I broke them down into 8. I'm just going to expand this. No. So let me increase the font. Yeah, font size 18. Yeah. So I think it's better. You can see it now. So the first type of candle is those candle with large body and no wick. Again, the first candlestick type that you need to know are candles with large body and no wick. And a typical example of those type of candle is the Mariposa candle. The Mariposa candlestick has a full body and no wick. If you're watching my live stream for the first time, or you're watching this video for the first time, in my previous video I explained the different parts of a candlestick. So I can quickly do a recap on that for those people that don't have any experience. So a typical candlestick is like this. This is a typical candlestick and it has different parts. So it has, over here is the high. Let me give it a name first. You call it the upper wick or upper shadow. Then the upper shadow also would have a lower shadow. It has a lower shadow, and then it has a body, lower shadow or lower wick. What's going on here? Okay, then it has a body. This is the body of the candle. That's the body of the candle. And so this is the body, and the candle can either be red or green. It can also be black or white, depending on your settings on the chart. But if you look at a typical chart, they are always red or green. Now, what does the red candle signifies? The red candle means that price opened higher and closes lower. Price opened at the top. Maybe I can write that. Open and closes below. He opens at the top. He opened at the top and closed below. That's the reason why it is red, which signifies a downward movement of price. Now, the upper wick is the highest point that price got to at that period. The highest point that price got to at that period. Then the lowest point, the lower wick, is the lowest point that price got to after the open during that period. The open price is the open price of the candle during that period, and the close price is the close price of the candle during that period. And I'm sure you've heard me talk about period. So every candlestick has a period. For example, if you look at this chart, there's a period for the duration of each candlestick here. There's a period. If you click on this place, you'll see M1, M2, M3, M5, M10. M1 means 1 minute candle. M2 means 2 minutes candle. S5 means 5 seconds candle. So depending on the settings, which I can tweak to anything, will determine the duration of the candle, and the color of the candle will be determined by your forex broker, or it will be determined by your settings on that particular broker. So once again, if you're on the chat, please say hi, and if you have any question along the way, you can ask the question and I'll provide answers to the questions. So let me know if I'm audible, so that I'm not going to make the same mistakes I made for the past 2 days. So like I was saying, the duration of the candle is determined by thank you, Michael. Yeah, so we have a new setup, and the only thing is audio. I'm trying to get the audio right, but we'll get it right as time goes on. So I've talked about the duration of the candle. Then if it is a green candle, it means that it opens at the bottom. It opens at the bottom and closes at the top. So that's the green candle for you. So going back to what we have been discussing, we have eight classification of candle. I was able to classify those candles into 8 forms. The first one are those candles with large body and no wick. In fact, if I want to do a formula for this, I can say LB plus NW. That's large body but no wick. Then what do they signify? They signify pure momentum in the market. Pure momentum in the market. It means that the price, if the candle is red, it means that the sellers are really pushing down. And if the candle is green, it basically means that the buyers are really pushing up. An example of that candle is this. So this is the Marubozu candle. Marubozu candle. This is the bearish type, and this is the bullish type. It usually has no wick at all. Now the catch is, depending on which part of the chart that you see each of these candles will determine if it is really a momentum candle or not. So for example, if you have a chart like this, you have a trend. You have a trend that is going up like this. I'm just going to move this guy away. And in the middle of the trend, you see a Marubozu candle like this. So let's assume that this guy was not there, and you saw something like this. It means that there's a high probability that the next candle is going to go up. That's just the meaning. So the next candle might go down a little bit and later move up, but there's a high chance that the price is still going to close bullish. But if you see it at the bottom of a trend, you see an opposite Marubozu candle at the bottom of a trend. So price was going down. You can see price was going down until this guy appears and pushes the price up. This right here is an engulfing pattern. This right here. So engulfing pattern means that there's a new trend in the market, like there's a new players in the market that are trying to push the market into the opposite direction. So that's the meaning of engulfing. And just like every other thing in forex trading, nothing is 100% certain. It might go like this. Price might make that movement, and at the same time the second candle can still do something like this. The next candle can just start from here and to keep moving down. This can also happen. So that's to tell you that it's really a game of probability. The market is really a game of probability. Nothing is certain. So when you make losses, you should remember that you are not guaranteed profits the moment you start trading. Nobody can guarantee you profits in trading. So then, so that's that about the first type of candlestick. The second type are those ones with large body plus long wick in the opposite, long wick opposite to the body. An example of that is this. So this is an example. I'm going to move it here. So it has a very large body, but the wick is opposite direction. So just like this thing is simple, just like you're seeing it, the market tried to push the price up. That's just the meaning. The market tried to push up, but it didn't succeed. Then later he pushed the sellers were able to push the price down. Same thing for the bullish counterpart. So now, if you see this particular candle at the top of a trend, so if you see this candle at the top of a trend, so let's say for example, you see this candle somewhere here at the top of the trend. What does it mean? Can you guess what it means? Let me know if you're really following this. So if you see it at this position, price is going up. So price was going up, then suddenly you see this. What does it mean? I'm waiting for answers. Okay, no answer. Let's just proceed. So it means that there's a change in momentum. Price tries to go up, but the sellers were able to push the price further down. And to crown it all, price was even able to break the previous low. So that's the previous low. Price was able to break it. It basically means that the next candle has a very high probability of going down. That's the meaning. So it means that the next candle has a very high probability of going down. So same thing applies for the bearish pattern, for the bullish pattern. So the next one are large body candle plus long wick in the same direction. Large body candle plus long wick in the same direction. This is an example of such candle. So this is an example of such a candle. It's still closed green, but the momentum was very high before, but however it lost momentum. So it lost momentum, and what simply means is that the way you will react to this is just to take note of this guy. Price may continue to go up, but take note of this level. At this level, price might decide to the market can decide to reject again, can decide to go down again, because there has been some players along that region. So along this region, there are sellers there that don't want the price to go up. So that's just the psychology behind that one. And same thing, vice versa, goes for the bearish type. So the last one that we'll talk about today is the first one. So those are small body candle with long lower wick. Small body candle with long lower wick. So those guys are the hammers family. So a hammer family. I'm going to draw one. I don't think I have one. So these are inverted hammers. Now, inverted. So, but if I want to draw a hammer, it probably look something like this. So a hammer will look something like this, and with a wick. So it's going to have a wick like this. So this is an example of a hammer. A typical example of a hammer. Then what does it mean? Most of the times they mean, so this will probably be green actually. This will be green. So this is going to be green. So this means rejection. It means price tries to go down, and it was rejected by the buyers. So buyers are interested in that particular region. This particular region that the price started rejecting, buyers are interested, and two things may happen. Price may decide to come back to that region. So something like this, to come back to that region and go up again, and probably do the same thing, or close in the middle. So most important thing is this region is very important, and there's a high probability that the next candle is going to close bearish, bullish. It's going to close up. So there's a high probability that you get that. So guys, if you're just joining, you're welcome. Or however, we've gotten to the end of the tutorial. So I'm just going to recap exactly what we've done today. There will be a continuation tomorrow because this stream is supposed to be for 1 hour, and we've already done some few things before you join. Feel free to watch the video again, and you can grab exactly what we have done. So just to recap, we talked about 4 types of candlestick today. First one are the ones with long body with no wick. They usually signifies pure momentum in whatever direction the candle is. If it is a black, if it is a red candle, that's pure seller's momentum, and if it is a green candle, that is pure buyer's momentum. Then we now have the second type, large body plus long wick opposite to the body. So this is a fail attempt. That means the market attempted to break a particular level. So this is the type of the candle, something like this. So market tries to go up, but it was later rejected further down. So that's the meaning. So there was an attempt, and it basically means that there are sellers at this this particular region, and they are interested in moving the market downward. So from this onward, you can expect the next candle to also close red. Then the third one that we talked about, candlestick with large body and long wick in the same direction. So which this is an example of it. So this is a typical example of such a candlestick. And what does it mean? It means that the trend still continues, the momentum still continues, but some guys are interested in this region and they are pushing the market down. So the next candle will probably come back to this region and still reject. There's a very high probability, and note that I'm always using the word probability because nothing is certain in forex. Nothing is 100% in forex. So we think probabilistic. Is that a correct word? In such a way that I've seen people that have strategies with 80% success rate, and they are making 60% success rate, and they are making a lot of money in the forex market. So your strategy does not have to be 100%. You don't have to win every trade. You just need to make sure that your winnings are bigger than your losses. That's all. So then, the last one that we talk about is small body plus long wick candle, and those are hammers and pin bar. You don't need to memorize the name. Now, later you're going to know the names, and I have a screenshot that I'm going to send to the group so that everybody can get familiar with the names of the candles. So this is a hammer, and it signifies rejection, like a change in direction. So it means that there's definitely going to be a change in the direction of price, because it tries to go down, but it was rejected. Price was rejected and still closes bearish. So there's a change in direction, and the next candle will probably close green also. So the next candle will probably be something like this. Yeah. So that's the end of the recap. If you have any question, this is the time to ask before I go into live trading. So any question before I proceed? Do you have any question? Please type it in the comments. And as the lecture is going on, you can also ask your question. No question is stupid. Ask your question, whatever the question is. There's no stupid question. So I'm waiting. It can be any question. So while I'm waiting for the question, let me send the screenshot to the group chat. Okay. So if you're on Telegram, you can see the screenshot I sent. And I don't know if I can send the screenshot to this chat. The challenge I'm having is I can't open the image on the browser, but let me try. Okay, yeah, I'm able to open it. So guys, these are the different types of candles that we have. So we have the full body marbozu candle, long wick opposite direction, long wick same direction. Wow, these images are not correct though. I think I need to remove it. I actually put that stuff in AI to help me generate the image. It generated nonsense for me. I'm going to remove it. Delete. Yeah. So any questions? Any question? At least confirm if you can hear me. If there are no questions, then I'll move to the live trading. So the purpose of this particular live stream is to get used to making losses in the market. And from the look of things, I'm getting used to it already because yesterday I lost $2 from this account. I don't know what's going on this account. I've been losing. And on my main account, I've been winning. So let's see what is going to happen today. So I'm guessing it's because I don't have enough time to wait for price to unfold. So that's my guess. But let's see how today is going to go. So as usual, I'm going to look for a strongly trending market currency pair first. And if I did not see a strongly trending currency pair, then I'll move on to others. So still looking. No. If you have any question about my strategy, you can also ask. And if you have any question on getting started with trading, you can also ask. I'm not selling you any course. All this teaching is for free. And the question is, why am I doing this for free? Well, doing it for free also makes me understand the market better, because you can't there's a saying that you can't explain what you don't know. Yeah. So the fact that I come to the live stream every day to explain things about the market, it gives me more edge over the market, because this is something I do on a daily basis. And whatever you are consistent with, you are going to master. You can master anything that you are consistent with. So the next level I'm trying to go, the next phase I'm trying to go is if I can trade my major account live, but I'm not there yet. So Michael, have a question. How are you deciding which trending currency pair to trade? Okay, so to determine which trending currency pair to trade, you need to understand what we call market structure. I know I've explained market structure some times ago, but as time I'm still going to have another teaching on that after the candlestick. In fact, after talking about candlestick, the next thing we are going to talk about is candlestick pattern, chart pattern. So there's going to be chart pattern. So chart pattern, we have two candlestick formations, we have three candlestick formations. Then we now have multiple type of pattern, like the head and shoulder. We have double top. We have um, we have a number of them. I'm going to can Google them. We have a number of them. We have head and shoulder. I think those are the ones that are very important, and double top. So if you understand all those things, you'll be able to determine if market is really trending or not. So, but however, you can also know it by identifying two things. First one is, do you have consecutive same color candle in the market? That's the first question. Then the second question is, are those consecutive candles strong? Are they strong candles? So what are strong candles? To know a strong candles, the body of a candle determines whether it is strong or not. The proportion of the body compared to the wick. So a large body and small wick candle is a strong candle. Is a strong candle in a trending market. Let me put it like that. So indicates that the trend is strong. Let me give you an example. Look at this region. Look at this region. What can you see? You can see small candles. There are small candles. See this one. See this. See this. See this one. So these are not strong candles because normally doji means indecision. It means that the price does not have a specific direction that it's trying to attain. So this particular chart now did not meet the requirement. It didn't meet the requirements. Then when I get a chart that meets the requirements, you would see the difference. You will see the difference between them. So, and if I could not get, then we need to just analyze any pair and try to take some trade. So look at this one. Look at this one. This looks like a strongly trending market. So had it been have entered the market why price is still at this region, we would have continued like this. But however, though this trend looks strong, but the pullback is too wide, so it's pulling back with three candles. But however, because this is a live stream and I don't want to take time, I can consider trading this particular pair. Let me see, can I trade it? No, this candle did not close strong, so that's all. Let me look for another one. If I can't find among the 92% payouts, then probably okay. So this looked like a very good market to trade in. If price is going to break, I don't know whether you can, okay, you can see my screen. If price is going to break this region, so this particular low, if price is going to break it, then price has a high probability of continue downward. So everything is probability in forex. So we think in probability. Think in probability. So why does it have a higher chance of going down? If you look at this region, so first of all, look at this. That same momentum was able to break this support region. Michael, I know I've talked to you about support before. So price was able to break this support region, and there's a clean range here. Look at all this range. Nobody is there. Nothing is there. There's no action, price actions there. Then the third thing is that this looks like head and shoulder. This is the head, and after the head we have a shoulder, and a shoulder, and this shoulder has broken the previous low. So there's every tendency that this market is going to go down, as in the signal is very strong, and I'm not even waiting for this guy to break the low of the previous candle. I'm just going to enter and see where price will go. So I've entered the trade. Let's see what price is going to do. I need to clean this here. So let's see what price is going to do. So it's pushing back up, although I already envisaged that it will push back up a little, but I'm still expecting it to push back down. Yeah, there's no means of escape for this trend. This trend must continue. If it did not continue from this candle, it will continue with the next candle. So this trend must continue, and this will probably be just a pullback for the price to continue going down. So we may probably lose this trade, but that's okay. Continue. We go again on another one. So it's coming down. Yeah. When I was expecting to lose this thing. So what can you see? What type of candlestick can you see like this? A long wick candle in opposite direction. So I'm entering the next one because this is a very high momentum candle. It basically signifies that the price is going to continue down. So this candle that formed now is this one. Let me see. Yeah, large body plus long wick opposite direction. So that's the candle that just formed. And what does it mean? What does it mean? Strong move with failed counter attempt. So it means that the buyers try to move the price upward. So the buyers tries to move the price up to this point, but the sellers push back and they later won the battle. So it means that there are a lot of sellers at this region, and what you can do as a beginner is probably to wait for price to get back to this region, before you sell. Yeah, so but I've entered the trade, I've entered. There's nothing I can do about it. Let's just wait for price to make his decision. So all power belongs to price. So whether price is going to go up or down, it's price that knows that. So if he decides to go up, fine. And if he decides to go down, fine. So for this one, price decides to go up. Yeah, so it decides to go up and we lost that. So but that's fine. And I'm still convinced that this trend is going to continue downward. So because of that, let me see, I would have entered another position, but let's wait a little. We have 2 minutes to the end of the chat. So we have 2 minutes more. If you have any question, please ask. We've taken two trades, one winning and one loss. So I'm hoping to take the next one, and I'm hoping to win the next one. Let's look for another currency pair and just do few analysis and enter a position. So this looks like a very high momentum towards the downside. But this region, man, this is like a support region. That's why I'm not going to enter. So this is a support region, and if you look at the stochastic here, the momentum is very high. The downward push is very high, but because of this is a support region, I'm not going to enter into any sell position. Then I'm looking for another one. Okay, so this is a good one. I'm just going to wait for price to break this region. So if it breaks the low, if price breaks the low of this candle, it will probably continue downward. Let's wait for price to break it. Wait for price to break it. It's not breaking. Seems like this wants to continue up. But this also looks like head and shoulder. This is the head. Left shoulder, right shoulder. Left shoulder and right shoulder. So we just need the head and shoulder to break this particular region. So once it breaks it, then it will continue downward. But if it doesn't break it, we can leave it. We can allow it to run. If you have any question, please ask your question. I'm going to respond to them. Ask your questions. Okay, so this is not happening. Let me look for another currency pair. Another currency pair that will dance to our tune. I think that's the right word to use. The other ones are not dancing to our tune. So I'm looking for another one that would dance to our music. So also same thing. Look for another one. Let me take one more trade. One more trade. I'm going to sell. And I will explain why I'm selling later. So why did I sell here? I don't want to scatter you people's head, but this is from experience. It is nothing for beginner. So this is from experience, because price is ranging at this moment, at this point, and this particular point level this will probably go into losses. I don't know why I'm always losing with this account, but let's see how it goes. Let's see. But I'm expecting price to push down, because this is like a demand region. Is it demand or supply? Supply. This is a supply over here, although it's not totally accurate, but it looks like a supply region, and price is supposed to react over there. Then I saw reactions. I saw that price was reacting, so I entered, and so we end up winning that trade, and that will be all. I think this is an advanced method from experience, and I've been trading for over 12 years, but my consistency period is just 2 years. So before, I've been doing hide and seek. You come and go, I come and go, I come and go. But 20, I think that was 2024, I decided to take things seriously. So I started reading books. I started I focused more on trading. I made sure that I trade every day, almost every day. If I lose money, I'll look for money and put it in the market again and continue to trade. So what changed? I got familiar with the market, and at some point I got used to making losses, because losses no longer frighten me. I'm like, the worst has happened. What else could happen after everything that has happened? So at that point, I started becoming more confident in the market. And one of the things that wasted my time was strategy. I kept jumping from one strategy to the other. Like, I've tried a lot of strategies. But at the end of the day, I figured out that the only thing that can give you that long-term profit in the market is knowing how to analyze the naked chart. Price action. Knowing price action is the only thing that will give you that profit, because market is very tricky. For example, if you observe this candle that just closed, look at it. It moved down up to this region. You might think that, at first glance, price will go down. There's no way to not continue down, but see what happened. It ended up coming back up. But if you're able to analyze the market, you zoom out, you will see that this is like a support region. This is support, and price has reacted there a number of times. It kept tapping into the support and it kept going up. Kept tapping into it, kept going up. If you look at this side, I'm going to move this green part to this side. If you look at this part, You might think that price will continue down, but it didn't. So again, if I want to enter any trade now, I'll probably go for a buy. I'll probably go for a buy because I'm expecting this support to still hold. I'm expecting it to still hold. Anyways, I've entered. Let's see how it's going to end. Let's see how this trade is going to end. So you can see what I'm saying. You just need to analyze the market. Like, stop looking for. I stopped looking for specific patterns. I stopped looking for signals. Let me put it like that. I stopped looking for signals and started seeing the market the way it is. Let the market tell you exactly what to do. And the only way you can do that is to acquire more knowledge about the market. So I also want that. And I didn't use SMC, PVC, or all those big strategies. The only thing I did is identify the support area, then expect price to bounce at the support, because support area is support and resistance are very strong. In fact, there's a guy online, he makes million in forex. His name is Raja Banks. I followed him during my early trading career, and I still follow him. The only thing he does to analyze the market is identifying support and resistance. That's all. If you can identify support and resistance, you are good. You are good with the market, because you know that and identify support and resistance. And there's one thing you need to know: the support and resistance line will stop holding if price breaks below it. When I say break, I mean closes below it. So had it been this candle was like this, then this support level is no longer holding. You can't rely on this support level again. That's one thing. Then the second thing that you are going to need to know is that a level is not considered a level if price did not close at that level. I don't know how to explain this. So let me see if there's an example in this chart. So see, when I wanted to mark the support level, I didn't mark this place because at least price has been touching this place too. This region, let me mark it. Price has touched here, it has touched here, it has touched here. I didn't mark that. The only thing I marked was where price was closing and opening. So, which now means that the only time I can assume that this support is no longer going to hold is when price closes below it significantly, not close like this. If it closes like this, then because this particular line is not just a thin line, it's a region. So it's usually drawn like this. In fact, this is how Raja Banks draw its own. You put a thin line and put something like this to identify it as a region. So this my pink candle. You can see that it's still within the region. Now it is only when price significantly close below it with high momentum, something like this, let's say like this, that is when you know that it has been broken. Same thing for resistance region. Same thing for resistance. So look at the resistance here. And by the way, if you want to mark it, you mark the area that price has touched a number of times. So it can be this. I think you can mark this now. Or you can mark this guy like this. Let me mark like this. and the only time the resistance is going to break is when price closes above it like this with very high momentum. So if that has not happened, then price is still in range. Then the last thing you note about support and resistance is you see this area like this. Sorry, all this area inside the support and resistance, there are no trade zone. No trade. Don't try to take any trade here. Yeah, although I took some trades here, but that's an advanced strategy. So this is a no trade zone. In fact, you can use something to cover it. Forget that it exists. So you only trade rejections when price goes above that particular range. So where are your trade zones? You trade rejection when price goes above that range. When price approaches this area, you can trade rejections and these areas too, and which is what I did. So any question before we end the live stream? I think. And if you have not liked this live stream, please click on the like button, like it. If you think it makes sense, and if there's any other suggestion you have for me to improve this live stream, things that I should add and cool, I'm also open to suggestions and open to questions. You can also message me directly on Telegram to ask your questions if you have anyone. So with that said, I don't think there's any question. Does anybody have any question? Okay, you can ask general question about trading, whatever you want to know. The comment section is yours right now. I'm going to wait for like 5 minutes and end the live stream. Okay, you have a question, Michael. All right, go ahead. So like I was saying, look at this. Look at this movement. This basically means that this level is no longer holding, but we have another level here. So that's how you keep moving your support and resistance. So we have another level here. Is it going to be broken? No, it's not going to be broken. Now look at the push. This thing is very obvious. Sometimes when you look at it, it is very obvious. Before price tries to break the previous region, there were a lot of pushes. So you can see a push here. There's a push here. There's a very high momentum candle. We talked about this large body and a long wick. Look at it, kept pushing, and now he wants to break it. Now he wants to break it, but he's not able to. So we know that level is going to hold. And if I want to take another trade, I'm going to wait for price to get here again. To get to this level again. And as soon as it gets there, I would sell. So if I want to take another trade, that's what I'm going to do. Yes. So wait for price to get to that level. So to get to that level or even close to the level, if you can go close to the level to this region, I'm also going to sell. But the best thing is wait for price to get there, to climb this line. If it's not climbing it, I'm selling. So if it's not climbing it, then I'll probably sell. Yeah, so this is where I'm supposed to sell. This is the region where I'm supposed to sell, but all well and good. I've already entered into the trade. I can't support the trade again. So let's wait for price to close. Wait for price to close, and at the end of the day, you'll probably close lower. Yeah, so you can see the movements. Simple support and resistance. Had it been I've entered here, this would have been a better entry point, but I still have confidence that price will probably close below this line. Hmm. Well, so this is an example of nothing is certain in the market. So price later broke that region. And so what do we do next? What do we do next? You can't do anything right now because um you can't do anything right now because you need another confirmation that this level has been broken. Why? Because the break was not very significant. So you need to wait for another confirmation. However, from the look of things, that level is gone. That level is gone. So I'm just going to wait for a confirmation that this momentum is going to continue. So this is a momentum candle, very high momentum candle. I need to know when it's going to continue. So if I know when it's going to continue, then I would buy. Michael, I thought you have a question. So from the look of things, this looks like a fake out. So this is a fake out. So it means that that level is still holding, but it just faked out. However, let's wait for the next candle. So I'm teaching. This is also part of teaching. So high momentum candle followed by an opposite candle. If this particular candle will close above this region, so if it's going to break this particular region, then we know that price is going to continue to go up. So we are looking for two things. This method I'm teaching you now can also be applicable to forex, to real forex trading. So we are waiting for two things. Is either price breaks higher or breaks the low of this high momentum candle. That is when we know the direction that the market is going. But as far as the price is still here, as far as price is still in between these guys, so price is in between here and here. It needs to break either of them before we know the direction. So sometimes forex trading is a waiting game. You need to wait for a long time. Uh, but from the look of things, this is a very price is really moving up. So I'm expecting price to break higher instead of coming lower. I'm expecting that. So, but the problem is sometimes price may probably just keep ranging at that region for a long time. It may keep ranging for a long time in this region, so you need to wait. I think the bottom line is waiting. You need to wait. So it's either you wait or look for another currency pair, because this is binary option. You can look for another one, or for learning purpose. I think we should wait for it. So this is our region. Let's wait for it. Let's wait a little bit. This stream is longer than I expected, so let's wait. I want to teach a lesson here. Let's wait. Wait. So we're waiting for price to break.
Your mommy is telling you.
I'm coming. They have come to call me. So, but yeah, so I like this push. I like the push I'm seeing. I can see the push. It's a waiting game, so there's a push towards the upside, and I'm expecting that push to continue. What happened? What's going on? This thing just stopped moving. Okay, finally moved. So this is what I'm going to do. I can also see some opportunities here. Okay, no opportunity. Let's wait for price to close above. So it's getting there. It's trying to close. Yes. So it has broken that region. Let me remove this guy. It has broken that region. So significantly broken it. Then we can be sure that if this guy closes above this region, then the next candle is going to be bullish. Otherwise, when it closes above, but not very strong. But it's not very strong. So it means that some guys are still trying to sell in this region. So what can we do in this case? I can wait for price to come to this common point of rejection. That's another strategy. So I wait for price to come to this common point of rejection and I'll buy. So if it's going to come there, I'm going to buy. So it's coming, yeah. That's not gotten there. So common point of rejection is also another pattern. another trading strategy. But before you get to that level, you need to at least know how to read the chart. There's a lot of things to learn. There's a lot of things to learn, and the way you are going to learn them is to start trading. You can start with the demo account. Open a demo account and start trading. Just try to analyze the market in your own way and enter into any position. But the bottom line is trying to analyze the market. Yeah, try to analyze, don't just enter. So we lost that one. It seems that I entered early. Guys, I'm just going to end this live stream right here. Market is not looking nice. It's not looking nice. I'll end it right here. So what happened today? We had some winning and some losses. Yeah. Question is, do I want to give up for this market? No, I'm not giving up. Let me sell because it has broken this region. Can I sell? Let me see. Selling a good option. Supposed to have sold since, but I don't think so, because we are still in an uptrend. And this level has been broken. This level has been broken, but it didn't close below it. So it seems to me that we can still buy. Seems we can still buy. So I'm probably going to buy after the close of this candle. Let me even go to a lower time frame and see what is going on here. So this level is trying to hold. Okay, on a lower time frame, there's already a downtrend trying to form. So there's a downtrend trying to form over here. So if it breaks this region, then I would have confidence that price is going up. Yeah, breaking it. No. Nope. Yeah, this is very dangerous, very risky. Wow. So apparently price is going down, so let's just enjoy the benefits. It's going down, it's no longer going up. Okay guys, I'm adding to my winning. It's the first time I'm doing this. Adding to your winning is one of the advanced trading techniques. This is the first time I'm doing it. I hope price doesn't reverse on me. So guys, today is a bad day. All right. I don't know what to do again. Let's just call it a day. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.